Hello everyone, I am Alex. I am going to be showing you a tutorial / walkthrough for KP Story Mode. This will also be a tutorial for new guild members to the guild Don't Give a Sith. I'll be showing you how we operate inside of Ops and how we fight the individual bosses within this fight. My other videos will be much shorter than this. This is going to be pretty much a full run so that you can get a little bit of a clue of how we work. My other videos will be just boss fights and the individual mob mechanics that take place in between each one of those boss fights. The first thing I will be telling you is our ops frame organization. We divide our ops into two rows. Left side is tank healer going down. The right side is all DPS. This way, if we have a marauder or sentinel for the Republic side, we use Zen / Bloodthirst so it can be given to the entire DPS side of the op and not just the tank and healer. With me on this raid is Vormond as main tank, Arctic as his healer, our off tank, I cannot say his name, so from here on out he will be referred to as off tank, and Kisuno, who was one of our new healers that we are running through this op. On the DPS side of the ops frame we have Jedra, who is a mercenary arsenal spec. We have Azhiv, who is a lightning spec Sork DPS. X1, which is me, is a arsenal spec mercenary, and Stannis, who is a marauder. Right now I'm going to tell you about our CC marks. Most of the time, for people as geared out as us, the only two people who would benefit from gear here is Kisuno and the off tank, and the rest of us are mostly Ricotta plus. The normal way the CC marks go is stealth CCs, like assassins would stealth CC the target marked as a star. Sorks or sorcerers would CC lightnings and hilts, or the lightning bolts and the lightsaber hilts. Operatives, since they can stealth as well, would stealth CC the gear. Bounty hunters like myself and Jedra would CC either gun or shield, or pick up any CCs that were broken during a fight. Priority targets will be marked as a target and a flame. We first attack target, kill it, then attack flame and kill it. After that point, the targets are called out by the main tank so that there isn't a confusion and all CCs aren't broken at once. Alright, I just cut ahead to the part when we're just about to attack this first mob. As you can see, we mark star and gear on each of the sides. Our main tank is CCing star, and our operative healer has CC'd gear. Now that we have both of them CC'd, our main tank is getting ready to attack target. We have to stealth CC the individual targets before we attack, because of the CC parameters that the stealths have. They cannot CC a person inside of combat, they can only do it outside of combat. As you can see here, our main tank is keeping the attention of the target marked, and the off tank is keeping the attention of the target that the raid is not attacking. As you can see, we have very little trouble with this because our gear is very above what is needed for this op, but it's mainly for the new ones. Alright, I did skip the next two mob fights because they basically work the same as the first two, or as the first one I showed you. This here is the first boss fight in the Karaga's Palace operation. It is Bone Crusher. Before Bone Crusher spawns, there is this group of Nancats that we must kill before Bone Crusher can spawn. We still CC'd the far right one, so it's a little bit easier to take care of them. But for a normal group who isn't overgeared for the operation, you're going to want to CC all but one so you can take them down one at a time, because they do hit rather hard. So as you can see, we're just nuking them down as of right now. This one apparently liked me a little bit too much. Couldn't get him off. One of the things you're going to have to make sure to do before you kill the last Nancat, I'm pretty sure that's not the right name for the mob, but who cares? You're going to want to have your tank either use his pull ability or attack the monster and bring him over to the back end of the area. Because if you kill this thing at the gate in the background, as you can see here, Bone Crusher will come out as he is now and immediately aggro and probably wipe the entire group because you're not ready for it. This fight is really not complicated. It's more of an endurance test. Bone Crusher cannot be taunted, so he just attacks whoever the fuck he wants. The main idea here is to keep Bone Crusher pointed away from the rest of the raid. You want to have your target of target activated. With target of target, you can see who you're targeting is targeting. This way it's very easy to see if you're the one who Bone Crusher is after. This way you can turn him away from the rest of the raid so that they don't take damage. Bone Crusher does a conal cleave, which hurts everybody in front of him, which is why you have to point him away. There is an ad that spawns a couple, at certain percentages during the fight. It is a Gamorrean guard. When you see him, he is a bright red light going up into the sky. You'll be able to see him rather easily. He's not that hard to kill. But if Bone Crusher eats him, he will enrage for a short amount of time and cause major damage to the raid. In some cases it can cause a wipe, but in story mode it's not that difficult for a group as geared as we are. But you do want to avoid him eating that Gamorrean at all costs. Well, not at all costs. Just don't let the Gamorrean guard get eaten. Also, about halfway through the fight, another group of Nancats will spawn. You have to either CC the two or burn them down. Either way is just as good, but either way you have to make sure you also keep Bone Crusher away from the rest of the raid. Now you'll see I'm pointing out that there is 2 rings to this area. The inner ring, which is just the circle of dirt that we're standing in now, you want to stay inside that ring. The metal ring on the outside is, you don't want to go there, because if Bone Crusher attacks you, he has a backhand attack that will knock you a couple of meters back, and if you're on that metal ring or close to it, you will be knocked back into the acid that surrounds the platform. You will be killed, and the healers will not be able to revive you for the rest of the fight. So stay away from that ring. Up to this point I have cut out the operation audio, but when the fight begins I will open it up again and you'll be able to see how we communicate and how we fight this boss.
Alright, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Wait for the cleave.
There's the cleave, get in here.
Move a little further forward, you don't get knocked.
Okay, so it's gonna be fine to move.
Well, he knocked A's off and then turned around himself. That was.
Alright, he's on you, Ryan. Hold your ground.
Heal yourself. You're a healer, not a...
Exhausting.
I keep hitting lag spike.
It's on me. Oh, and...
It's on you, Alex. Ryan, run around behind him, dude.
Stay.
Always stay behind him unless he call you target. Alright, someone start spotting the outer edge for Alex.
Me?
Jen.
Adds up. Right next to you.
Add down.
Add.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be decent.
We'll move away from the edge if you...
Jen.
So I keep capturing a heal and like everyone's freezing and then the screen's jumping all over.
Keith. Move forward. Move forward.
I heard you the first time. I'm fighting with lag. Remember that.
Well, I just didn't want you to get knocked off, huh?
Remember, everything I'm doing, my screen's freezing. What is wrong with this damn game today?
He's on me.
Hey, he's back up. Keep it open.
I think it cat's up. On me. Shit, Rancor's on me. Back up, guy. Alright, run this last make it. Goes down. He's on me.
On me. Hey, you missed it. Okay, that was just... Okay.
That one didn't miss. He's on. I tried to turn him. Get that out, he's still on me. Now he's on stun.
Back up, babe.